Yeah, hey everyone, welcome back. Our next word is going to be flesh, and in the Christian Bible, this is the word sarx. And sarx is used in a few ways. One, it can refer to just the human body, the physical flesh and blood stuff that covers our bones, flesh in that sense. But there's also like a more spiritual sense of the word, and that can just be referred to as the human condition or, the fallenness of human beings. Humans have just kind of gone off the deep end, and they only live for themselves. And the Holy Trinity is me, myself, and I. And we're going to see the works of the flesh, which is our next part. This is how our fallenness manifests itself in the world. And the works of the flesh would be marked by drunkenness, envy, strife, fornication, jealousy, hatred, idolatry, and all these things come naturally. And we're going to see these things in the lives of the characters in Jesus' Son. Okay, from our friend F-Head to F-Head's friends and to a lot of other people. But there's good news. And that is that one does not have to live by the works of the flesh, but one can live by the works of the Spirit. This is a life animated by God's Spirit, or the Holy Spirit in the New Testament's usage. There they are. The works of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, self-control. F-Head doesn't have a lot of self-control at first, but as we're going to see, he does at the end. So he's definitely making progress, and all these other virtues, we can say, are slowly growing in his life. So this is what Jesus does right here. This is what God's Spirit can bring about in the lives of those who, for example, place their trust in Him, or just want just a better life. And the big question is going to be, what is a Christian, or how does one become a Christian, or does God work in the lives of non-Christians too, or does one have to give intellectual assent to certain statements in the Apostles' Creed to be a Christian, or is being a Christian just more like a disposition of the mind? And just an attempt to live like Christ rather than believe, a neat statement of the creed hammered out by various ancient Christians. I mean, these are all really big questions. Okay, so spirit versus flesh, the old way of existing versus the new way of existing. Okay, and we're gonna, be asking questions like, does F-Head, move from a state of, self-centeredness to God-centeredness? How far along is he? And so on and so forth. Okay? So we're going to get to see the civil war played out in F-Head's soul. And we see the civil war being played out in the, writers of the New Testament, because they struggled with, the old self, the old man versus the new self, or the new man that the Holy Spirit was creating. This is a knockdown, drag-out fight from beginning to end. Okay, from the beginning of one's, spiritual journey all the way to the end, when one's, on one's deathbed. Okay, so let's, oh, hey, look at that. Well, this is for us to discuss in our cyber cafe. So we got a blank sheet of paper here, or a blank screen. So let's get our thoughts together and do some good work in this week's cyber cafe. I'll see you there.